Hello everyone and welcome to another video. If you've watched my live streams, you know that my live chat is insane. You may have heard of something called cult lore in the live chat, or even when I've briefly mentioned it in a couple of videos. What is cult lore, you might ask? Well, that's what I'll be talking about in this video. More so the evolution of it, how a simple live chat joke turned into something much greater. Because I couldn't tell you a single thing about what's going on, even if I wanted to. Before any sort of cult started, when I first started live streaming during your actual Lightning Only, the chat decided to split themselves into clans, the main two being the Nokos and the Dimmies, but we also had ones like the Onis. There was a war between these clans with people trying to convince other people to join their clan. Not really much else to it, kinda just stopped one day, but still important to mention as this was really the first kind of lore my live chat had. I had never played Yokai Watch Busters 2 before, so I decided to play it on stream with the English translation mod. I know there's a new one, and I might return to this game at some point. I'd unlocked the dancing trio, and for fun, I decided to talk to Steppa to see if I could get anything. Little did I know how big of an impact this seemingly small decision would have on my community. Basically, Steppa soft-locked the game, and I had to reset. And I came up with the idea that Steppa is evil and the cause of everything. Heck, I even made an emote of evil Steppa. But most importantly, Chatter Mr. Question Mark decided to start a Steppa cult, but I can't find the exact stream that this happened. Now for the parts that have been brought up in the videos of my Yokai Shun for the Lightning Attribute Only series. As a recap though, I accidentally befriended Tublappa during Yokai Watch 2, and then during the post game I got an Essence of Evil, and the chat wanted to fuse him into Grublappa. This began the Grublappa cult, created by Ricardo Astley. Similarly to the Clan Wars, the Steppa and Grublappa cults were against each other in a war. We had a bit more lore develop over the course of the rest of Yokai Watch 2, but I'm not here to talk about that as I honestly stopped paying attention. In Yokai Watch 3 Lightning Only, a third cult formed whilst I was doing the Raft to Hopper's Gorge, being the Sandal cult, and they started worshipping Pitapat after I pointed out he's a Sandal yokai. Then came the Zombie Night stream, where of course I couldn't look at chat because Zombie Night requires my full focus, so a lot of the cult lore developed, including backstories and everything. I got an Essence of Evil from Zombie Night, so of course they wanted me to obtain Grublappa. Oh yeah, there's also these things called crests, which I still don't really know what they are. During the Blasters T streams, cult lore only grew bigger as they gained new members and developed more story via role-playing in the chat, and even got their own Discord server. Oh yeah, there's also a Google Doc with all the info on it as well. Once I finished Yokai Watch 3 Lightning Only, I just went to streaming other games until I finished turning Lightning Only into videos. And the cult lore continued as normal, with them getting some new members, and they of course waited till everyone was in chat before starting anything. This continued for quite a while, and there's not really much else I can say. This took place almost every stream, and of course I never really paid much attention to what was going on. I also want to mention that taking a picture of Robbie Rotten with the yokai camera resulted in Grublappa, so I now have a channel on the Discord server dedicated to spamming Robbie Rotten emotes. As my channel continued growing, that of course meant more livestream viewers, especially during my 100% Medallion streams. Unfortunately, that meant it was harder for cult lore people as there are so many chatters now. Around the second week of me having my new PC so I can properly record my gameplay, I reached an all-time high of around 70 concurrent viewers. So the cult lore people decided that from now on, they do all the cult lore stuff on their Discord server, still during stream time though, and it also still gets announced in the chat. There have been several attempts to replicate the cult lore by people creating new cults, but as expected, they get forgotten about almost immediately. I am in the cult lore Discord, but I don't check it very often. I do occasionally though, and it's pretty cool seeing everything they've done. They have of course the general channels, games, and most importantly, cult stuff. Cult Doc Reel and Doc Changelog are pretty self-explanatory. Arc Recap is, well, a recap of the various story arcs. World building seems to just be random bits of lore. I don't think I need to explain what art for the cult is. Crest Submit is where they share their ideas for crests. They have a whole combat system which takes place in the combat channel. Character lore is where they add stuff to the lore of characters. And finally, off-stream lore is where they originally did all the lore stuff outside of the streams, but of course now all the lore is done there. Remember, this started because Steppa crashed my game and I accidentally befriended Tublappa, and look how big it's become. They're even still getting new members, despite the fact it's all done off-stream now. They also like gambling, as seen with their Casino of Misfortune channel, where they have one of those screenshot your punishment gifts that they just do for fun. Currently I'm playing through Yokai Watch 3 with only Nyans, and cult lore have their own name list to rig the names, though it doesn't always work. I thought I'd make this video considering how big cult lore has become, and also because I spun the wheel of punishment and got chat picks punishment, and they of course want me to make a cult lore video, so here it is. If you're interested in learning more, ask the Cult Lore people themselves in the live chat, my Discord server, or even in the comments. I bet they've already commented before getting to this part. As usual, like and sub if you like this and want to see more, and comment your thoughts on Cult Lore. Shout out to members Ricardo Ashley, Redactivism, Sandwich Metal, Opal Kitsune, King Slinky, AS Sekai, Omega Knight 64, Guy, Arctic Zed, Darkside 2475, Dragavion, Epic Alien, Angela, Lenny Face, Sol XL Vampire, Boston Medhorn, Player 1 Otaku, Captain Black Arrow, The Autumn Lynx, Matteo 3Z, Kirby Osh, Drybones Hat Guy, and Low Quality Binding of Isaac Context from Sam. And also shouts to the Cult Lore people, Otchat Florence, Ricardo Ashley, Adikai, KG Blabla, Mr. Question Mark, AS Sekai, Summer Shogun, Drybones Hat Guy, Low Quality Sam, Lucky Ducky, Marwell, Not Waits, Black Samurai, and King Slinky. And I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, sorry there's not been a video in a while, just I've been busy with stuff as well. I've just been streaming as well. Yokai Watch 3 and Yans only, so it's still going on. So yeah, I will be doing the other games for that as well. But yeah, Cult Lore's pretty cool. So yeah.